Hey guys, how's it going? Um, Today is March 31st. Just gonna do a little talking about myself. My name's Brant. I'm 40 years old. I've been an addict for 20 plus years. I've been a heroin addict. I started off popping pills, Percocets, Oxycontins. I used to drink a lot. And my life kind of started out like that. When I was younger, I started out working, and partying on the weekends, drinking, popping pills, doing cocaine, um, and that was my life for 20, 22 years, 23 years. Today I am sober. Proud to say that I'm sober. I just recently got out of a rehabilitation center in the Lower Mainland, Vancouver, Canada area, and that was great. I learned a lot about myself. For me, I didn't really think I used drugs other than just to get high, but going to a treatment center, learning a lot about myself. Let me put it this way: my brain's always going 100 miles an hour. I'm always thinking. I'm always wondering what people think of me when they meet me. I'm really self-conscious. It turns out I have low self-esteem, and that always, I think, is part of my addiction. Really thinking about what other people think of me always kind of brought me down, and getting high kind of made me chatty. It made me feel more self-confident, made me feel more comfortable. And learning about myself, I found that it doesn't really matter what people think of me, as long as I'm trying to do the next right thing, trying to help fellow human out, and that's hard, because I'm trying to break old habits, like going to get high every day. I mean, it's really hard to break those habits. I got a job when I was 18. I got offered to get flown to New Zealand for 2 weeks of work, working on a project there, and then my flight home was from Sydney, Australia, and I happened to meet a guy in Sydney. He was down in Vancouver Island doing a trade show. He was a friend of my dad's friend. He's in the hydroponic business, and he was down trying to sell his hydroponic plant food. And his name was Paul, really great fella. And so when I was in Sydney on my flight back, I got my ticket extended for 2 weeks there, and he let me stay at his house. So I went surfing every day. I lived right in Manly, in Harvard, near Manly Beach. I went surfing every day in Australia. I went out to pubs, drinking. It was a really good time, and that was the start of my traveling career. I traveled for 20 years, flying around the world. Another sunny place, another airplane. It was a great job. And the whole time I was in my addiction, traveling with Percocets and Oxycontins, and it was it realized how bad my addiction was. I was down in Mexico quite often, and it's easy down there to get Oxycontins. You just go to the pharmacy. You don't have to get a prescription or anything for them there. It was so easy, and 20 years later, Canada banned them illness. He had a terminal illness, so I couldn't even buy them on the street. They were hard to find, and it made my addiction spiral out of control. I broke up with my ex, and I just spiraled out of control. Next thing you know, I'm buying fentanyl and smoking fentanyl and heroin, and that's when my disease took a turn for the worse. I was buying that. So, I had lots of money because I was a really hard-working guy. I sold some property I owned, and I had over $100,000 in the bank. Money was no issue until it was an issue, and I started selling drugs to be able to pay for my drugs. So I was using, I had security cameras around my house. I happened to let a guy that worked for me, his brother, I knew. I let him stay at my house for a month because I knew his brother pretty well, and so I thought I would be nice, and he helped me clean up my shop. He would just help me work around the place. And then I didn't realize where he was staying before. He was ripped off the guy, and the guy was looking for him. He found out he was staying at my house. Next thing you know, I got these people in wigs show up to my house, knock on the door, on the security cameras went out. Next thing you know, I opened the door to a guy holding a .45 to my head. Comes in my house with his crew, tarps the front window, the back window, everything, ties up everybody in the house but me. Beat the shit out of this guy. I'm sitting there, I can't do nothing. The guy's got a gun held to me. They're wearing wigs and gloves and this and that, right? And it was quite traumatizing. It was pretty sketchy. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Somebody coming into your own home, holding a gun against your head. Eventually they left. They shit-kicked the guy a bit and left. And it all happened pretty quick. Held a belt sander to his head and shit. Like, it wasn't good. Tied up everybody. And eventually they left and let Buddy go. And then it all went over us, and I was just like, what the fuck was that? Because when they came in and tarped the window, I thought it was to stop the blood splatter from going in the window. I thought I was going to be shot for sure. Thank God it wasn't. I kind of knew the guy, and he said he kind of liked me. He didn't know why I was harboring this fuck Navy in my house, and I didn't know either. If I would have known the guy would have ripped him off, I wouldn't have let that happen. He said, hey, come get him. I'm not hiding him from nobody, right? So it was pretty traumatizing. And, it wasn't a great situation. But where I was going with this whole conversation is I was going to, I'll show you on a map where I was. I went to Cartagena, Colombia. And it was pretty cool. I'll tell you this little story about when I was in Cartagena. I'll show you on the map here. Cartagena, Colombia. Yeah, anyway, guys, how you guys doing? Anyway. Cartagena, Colombia. Cartagena, Colombia. Mi amigo. Being a dick here, it's gone. He's freaking being here. Yeah, here's Cartagena, Colombia. Right on the water. Oh, it's a beautiful place here. It's right in the Mexican. This is Colombian Riviera. I don't think that's really what it's called. It's called Mediterranean Colombia. Yeah, it's pretty cool here. I came in here. I was here for a little while. We had a security team with us, a few guys in AKs, and it was really dope. I was actually there on my birthday, February 3rd, I think 2017. And it's a really sketchy area. Our security team, we were out on the beach, drinking, having cocktails, and it was pretty awesome. We were sitting down on the beach, down in front of these resorts here, having cocktails with a security team. And they said, listen, it's getting night. It's getting to be nighttime. You guys better come back into the resort where it's all fenced in. And we had the 2 armed guards with AKs, security team. And they told us to come in the gates, hang out by the pool, so you can do anything you want by the pool. Just don't be hanging out on the beach at night, or the locals will kidnap you, extort you for money, blah, blah, blah. And me and my buddy Brad, we needed some cigarettes. So like, listen, we'll look down at the corner store and look back and grab a pack of cigarettes. And we're the only white guys in sight. And it was kind of funny because we literally ran there, and then we grabbed, for whatever reason, the green packs of cigarettes because we didn't know what kind of smokes to get. And of course, they turned out to be menthol. We opened one pack, so we were fucked. And we're like, okay, well, we'll run back and we'll swap out the pack for a regular pack. So you don't want menthols if you're not a menthol smoker. You don't want menthols because they taste minty. They don't taste well that deal. So we ran back and got some regular ones, and then ran back. The security team didn't know we ran there. They were like, what are you guys doing? You guys are being idiots. So we didn't run out again, but we came to party. We had some duty-free bottles that we bought at the airport, and we had a guy bring us Coke all night for $40 a gram or something. It was good shit. But I'm from Vancouver Island. We used to get primo shit there too. We used to come off the boat there, so it was pretty enjoyable. But yeah, from that year on, I think I spent 5 birthdays in a row in Cartagena, Colombia. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty freaking cool. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about that. If you guys got any topics you wanted to talk about or what have you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Please comment. I'd love to read about it. Anything you'd like me to film or talk about, like I say, just let me know. My email is Don, DonBrantMac, Don Brant Mac @gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Alright guys. Thanks. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get a good fan base going. I'll start recording some stuff. Whatever you guys would like to see, I'd like to record it. Have you follow me on YouTube. Cheers. Thanks a lot. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.